Now on 18 Eyewitness News.
The Bonne Terre Space Museum will unveil artifacts valued at $16 million. Poplar Bluff schools are investing in technology, and the United Way of St. Francis County launches a tasty fundraiser. All of these stories, and when are we going to see cooler temperatures? Maybe by the weekend.
Coverage you can count on. This is 18 Eyewitness News.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fred Dawkins, and here are the top stories we're working on for you at this hour. The Bonne Terre Space Museum will be holding a very special celebration Saturday, September 15th. Founder Earl Mullins tells 18 Eyewitness News that the museum will hold an uncrating ceremony to unveil a remarkable donation.
The Space Museum is very, very fortunate in that we have been allocated over $16 million worth of shuttle parts, engine parts. We weren't fortunate enough to get a whole orbiter, but it seems like we might be getting one piece at a time, which we're really, really excited about.
Now, to mark this occasion, Mullins says they'll have a number of guest speakers, including an astronaut who rode on the space shuttle.
Charlie Walker will be here with us. He was the first industrial payload specialist. He was not an employee of NASA. He worked for McDonnell Aerospace.
Also taking part will be Lowell Grissom, the brother of America's second astronaut, Gus Grissom. Now, the uncrating ceremony is set for next Saturday, September 15th at 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, now Dustin Kopp is here with a look at our first forecast. And Dustin, are we going to see cooler temperatures anytime soon?
Good evening, Fred. Good evening, everybody. We've seen another hot day here in southeast Missouri. Some rounds of showers and thunderstorms. There was a heat advisory and a thunderstorm watch that had been issued for today. A lot to talk about, but currently here in southeast Missouri, we have temperatures that are near 90 degrees. Some areas even above 90. 89 right now in Festus, 89 in Potosi. Ironton at 89, 89 in Piedmont and Poplar Bluff. Going through the evening hours, thunderstorms are likely at 7 p.m. in some areas, 91 degrees. By 9 p.m. rather, more thunderstorms, 83 degrees, and by midnight, we'll see a temperature around 77 and it should start clearing out. I'll give you more details on your forecast for tomorrow, which includes another warm day, but we do have some cooler weather on the way. All that coming up later in your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast.
The Poplar Bluff School District is investing in technology. The district is getting 200 MacBooks for 5th and 6th graders, and over the next year will be installing wireless internet access throughout the entire elementary building. Now, this investment follows wireless service for the junior high school building and the purchase of 150 additional MacBooks. School Superintendent Chris Hahn says the technology will help teachers tailor lessons to fit a student's needs and interest.
It allows us to personalize the learning, not only on their level, but also in their interest. It also can create other classes that we can go to on a online situation. We can attack students can attack a class that they're interested in.
Hahn tells 18 Eyewitness News the technology will also prepare students for the future.
You know, this is part of the skills of the 21st century, how to use technology, how to be able to discriminate on information that comes through technology. And so we just think it's preparing our students for the future in the college world and the work world. And we're really excited about starting this venture.
Hahn says district officials attended a conference in North Carolina where they learned using technology in the classroom improved students' grades, attendance, and graduation rates. The former Speaker of the Missouri House is now a lobbyist in Jefferson City. Representative Stephen Tilley resigned his seat last month. In registering with the Missouri Ethics Commission, Tilley notes plans to lobby the legislature as well as the departments, agencies, and commissions of the executive branch. His client list so far includes St. Louis-based supermarket merchandising and a construction company, Fred Weber Incorporated. Tilley was finishing his fourth term representing St. Francis, St. Genevieve, and Perry counties. The Missouri State Highway Patrol was busy over the three-day holiday weekend. Troop E out of Poplar Bluff kept an eye on the roads throughout southeast Missouri during the 20-mile Trooper Project, in which officers patrol a 20-mile stretch of a major highway. Now, prior to the weekend, Trooper Clark Parrott told 18 Eyewitness News where they would be patrolling.
We'll have a trooper stationed every 20 miles on Interstate 55 and Interstate 57, along U.S. Highway 60 and U.S. 67 from Poplar Bluff up to its just north of Farmington.
During the holiday weekend, officers investigated 21 crashes, resulting in 3 injuries but no fatalities. They also wrote 271 speeding tickets and 137 seatbelt citations. Now, in addition, they gave 800 warnings and assisted 318 motorists. And when we come back on 18 Eyewitness News, the United Way of St. Francis County kicks off a tasty fundraising campaign. That story coming up only on 18 Eyewitness News.
When you're looking for quality home furnishings, appliances, and more, look no further than Heartland Furniture and Appliance. Heartland Furniture and Appliance offers great low prices every day and 6 months same as cash financing. No hassle leasing and great customer service. With 3 locations to better serve you, the customer. In Doniphan, Dexter, and Piedmont on both sides of Main Street. Heartland Furniture and Appliance.
Sing a song about the Heartland. Sing a song about my life.
Oh, the blood of Jesus washes. Let it wash you this morning. Oh, the blood of Jesus shed for me. What a sacrifice that saved my life. With the blood, it is my victory.
Take control of your future by enrolling at the Unitech Career Center. Discover a new career with Unitech's nursing programs or the opportunities with Unitech's sheet metal fabricating program, or turn your hobby into a career with Unitech's power sports equipment program. From electrical trades to automotive technology programs, the first step to a well-paying future starts at the Unitech Career Center, Raider Road in Bonne Terre. For adult information, call 358-3011. For high school information, call 358-2271. You're watching 18 Eyewitness News with Fred Dawkins, Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp, and Jeremy Martin with sports. 18 Eyewitness News continues.
Dine Out for the United Way of St. Francis County kicks off Thursday with a tasty event. Board member Mike Gladback tells 18 Eyewitness News that folks can sample the work of the masters of the barbecue.
We've got Matt Grief, who is known for his barbecue, the Good Grief barbecue team. We've got Jim Hart and his peppered pork tenderloin, and Rob Thomas, who's known for his pulled pork.
The cost will be $7 per plate or $10 for a sampler. Now, side dishes include baked beans, slaw, bread, and a cookie. Gladback says if you didn't pre-order your meal, you can still use their drive-thru at Serenity Hospice.
Yeah, we're at the Serenity Hospice Care here on the Mac campus. We're at the entrance to Mac campus. And Fred McDaniels, our executive director, has opened the facility for our use. And we'll have a drive-thru set up here.
The drive-thru will be open Thursday from 11 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. Well, we're just 1 month away from the 25th annual Annapolis Freedom Fest. Organizer Jerry Mills tells 18 Eyewitness News that the fun gets going on Friday, October 5th.
Well, we start at 5 o'clock on Friday with a ham and bean dinner and ice cream social. And then we spend a lot of the time doing cakewalks. And then at 5:30 we have a pet show. And everyone just dresses their pets up and comes in and they're judged. And that's a lot of fun for everyone who are animal lovers.
Friday's festivities wrap up at 8 o'clock with a fireworks show behind South Iron School. Freedom Fest continues on Saturday with the parade, food, and craft booths and live music. Jim Mills tells 18 Eyewitness News this will be the 13th year for one of Freedom Fest's favorite events, the car show.
And everything's done by people's choice, and the people that come through looking at the cars, they get to vote throughout the day, and then we had all this turned in by like 1 o'clock, then we tally up and determine the winners for each class.
Jim says over the last few years, they've had 75 to 80 cars entered in the show. The theme for this year's Freedom Fest is 25 years of fun. The Missouri Department of Transportation will host a workshop for cities and counties interested in applying for transportation enhancement funds. MoDOT Superintendent Elquin Awala says the dollars have had to be spent on transportation-related projects.
It's like bike and hike trails, scenic and natural resources groups, like historic easements, scenic easements, tourist and welcome centers, landscaping, and control of outdoor advertising.
MoDOT Southeast District has almost $3 million available for projects, and Elquin says there are typically more applications than they can fund.
We only have so much money, and so then we have a selection committee made from the regional planning organizations that select the projects that will get the funding. Cities and counties are very interested in this money because it's 80% federally funded projects, and then they have to come up with a 20% match.
The workshop is scheduled for next Wednesday, September the 12th at the Boot Heel Regional Planning Commission office in Dexter. Well, still to come on 18 Eyewitness News, as kids head back to school, some teachers are getting a crash course on concussions in the classroom. We'll explain why next in Your Health.
Another hot day in southeast Missouri, and then we got some cooler weather on the way. I have all the details coming up next in your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast.
When someone comes in a Mineral Area's emergency department, our focus is giving them the best treatment in the quickest manner possible. We track every single patient, sending the doctors information before they even walk in the room. We have dedicated X-ray and CT equipment in our emergency department. We don't have to waste any time running all over the hospital. We know that minutes count in an emergency, and you can count on ER Plus at Mineral Area Regional Medical Center.
Now, here's your Storm Tracker 18 weather forecast with Chief Weathercaster Dustin Kopp.
And welcome back. We did see a hot day here in southeast Missouri. A little bit of cool down is on the way for southeast Missouri for tomorrow, but major cool down weather for your weekend. Looking at weather headlines here in southeast Missouri, we're going to start seeing that cooler air move in. Sunshine for tomorrow, and then more showers and thunderstorms start to develop for late tomorrow into Friday. And it looks like the weekend weather is going to be on the nice side. Here in southeast Missouri, we have current temperatures in the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. Fredericktown 87, 89 in Ironton, St. Genevieve at 88, 89 right now in Piedmont, and Van Buren right now at 89 degrees. Here at studio, it's much warmer than that, 94 degrees right now with some thunderstorms out there. Feels like 99 with current dew point 69, 62% humidity, and that south wind at 5 miles per hour. Going through the day tomorrow, we could see some southern portions of the viewing area into the southern portions of the United States, seeing those showers and thunderstorms. We're going to mostly likely see some sunshine with warm temperatures. Not as warm as we saw today, but we'll be on the warm side for tomorrow. Low tonight around 70 degrees with showers and thunderstorms likely. 67 in Festus, 66 in Potosi, 67 in Ellington, as well as in Van Buren, 70 in Piedmont, and Poplar Bluff at 71. Then for tomorrow, we'll see a temperature around 90 degrees, partly sunny skies, 88 from Festus all the way through St. Genevieve, Fredericktown 89, 91 in Piedmont, 93 in Van Buren, and 92 in Poplar Bluff. Look at your Storm Tracker extended forecast for the next several days. Showers and thunderstorms start to develop late Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening. Last through Friday, high 80 on Friday, low 62. Then on Saturday, we're in the low 70s, possibly an AM shower, but otherwise partly sunny. Mostly sunny on Sunday, high of 73. And then Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're back in the 80s with plenty of sunshine. Those lows will be in the 50s, so it's going to be a little chilly during those days for your lows. Now look at our weekend forecast here in southeast Missouri. Partly sunny skies, maybe an AM shower or two on Saturday. 72 for your daytime high, low of 55. Then on Sunday, mostly sunny with a high around 73. That's check of your storm tracker weather forecast. More details located at KDKZ18.com. Just click on the weather tab. Fred, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Dustin. As children across the country are getting back into school, doctors are calling on their teachers to become more aware of concussions in the classroom. Now, a recent study found that concussions among middle and high school students are skyrocketing, sending more than 100,000 children a year to the hospital. Now, those injuries have a serious impact on young students, and as Clark Powell shows us, doctors want to make sure educators know how to best handle them.
Even though she's a good student, Lucy Gonzalez says she couldn't seem to finish some homework assignments until well into the evening.
I sat there and I honestly tried, and I would sit there trying to stare at the paper, and I'd end up reading the same sentence over 5 times, and I had no idea that I did that.
It turns out Lucy was suffering from the lingering effects of concussions. Starting with a soccer injury, she had 6 concussions in just over 6 years, forcing her to give up the game she loved. And Lucy's not alone. Since 1997, the number of high school students treated for concussions has shot up more than 200%. And nowhere are the consequences felt more than at school.
How hard are you finding it to concentrate?
Which is why some experts are now going into schools to put teachers through an innovative program called Concussions in the Classroom.
What we want to do is really go into these schools and educate the educators and let them know that, you know, this kid suffered an injury and then they're not functioning at their normal level.
Dr. Stephen Cuff of Nationwide Children's Hospital Sports Medicine helped develop the program. He says concussions can leave students sluggish, irritable, and distant, which is often dismissed as typical teenage behavior. But Cuff, who is also with Ohio State University, says it's much more serious. So he's teaming up with athletic trainers from Nationwide Children's Hospital to go into schools and teach teachers what to look for.
You can't treat every concussion the same. So while most kids will get better within a week or two, there are plenty of kids that struggle for weeks, months, you know, occasionally even years.
Once Lucy's teachers knew more about concussions, they could tell when she was struggling and found ways to help her cope. By doing so, they helped her replace a love of soccer with a passion for art, and not only kept a good student engaged, but helped her excel. At Nationwide Children's Hospital, this is Clark Powell reporting.
I was just thinking along the lines. Crossing the line.
Experts say this is one of the most extensive programs of its kind, and they hope to see it take hold in schools across the country. Now, if your child suffers a concussion, doctors suggest you get in touch with their school to let teachers and counselors know of their diagnosis and develop a plan to help them cope while they heal. Coming up in today's Your Life segment on 18 Eyewitness News, the conclusion of our special series on teaching kids to work that has practical advice for introducing jobs. That's next on Focus on the Family.
I'm Stacy Johnson. You get a cheap coupon in the mail for an oil change. Should you bite? Maybe, but beware the upsell. I'll explain just ahead on Money Talks News.
Your health is brought to you by Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy. Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy of Deloge. We're caring for you and about you is our business. From taking time to explain your medication, offering a caring touch, to a full line of medical equipment, supplies, and diabetic shoes. We'll help you understand your options and assist you with Medicare drug plan enrollment with a comfortable waiting area, convenient drive-through or free delivery. Caring for our neighbors is our business. Your locally owned Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy just off of Highway 67 at the Deloge exit. When you're recovering from a traumatic injury, the last thing you need is an unexpected bill. Because most health insurers pay only a part of air transport, Archair Medical has a solution, the Omni Advantage program. For a membership fee of $49 per year, Omni Advantage guarantees you and other covered family members will not have to pay anything that your health insurer doesn't provide. In an extraordinary emergency, the last thing you need to worry about is cost. Contact Archair Medical or visit them on the web to discover all the advantages of Omni Advantage.
A lot of parents want their kids to learn to work, but somehow the lesson's not getting across. In today's Focus on the Family, Dr. Bill Meyer offers some help in this final section of our series on teaching kids to work.
Okay, you guys do your afternoon chores.
In our last segment, we met the Jube family, who with 13 children have had to master the art of teaching their kids to work. Children learn best by example, so a parent's involvement makes all the difference.
Especially at the beginning, when they are taking on a new chore, we will work side by side with them. And in fact, if you instill the element of play in with the work, it becomes a fun thing.
All the chores that are assigned to children have to be age appropriate, tailored to the specific abilities of the individual child.
I try to look for what they gravitate to. Sometimes I just have one who is just really quick, then they can whip through a room and it looks great. And I'm like, you know, probably the best thing for you would be that I assign you a room every day and you just clean it up.
When chores are assigned, parents often fall victim to two common problems. One is not following through to make sure the job's done.
If they don't do their chore, sometimes we'll add another chore on.
And parents, we all know the other pitfall. Sometimes it's a lot easier to just do it ourselves.
I have my boys mow the lawn, and it's not as nice as I could mow the lawn because there's jagged. If I was going to be the perfectionist and make sure my yard was perfectly mowed, it wouldn't get done by anyone but me.
Remember, having your kids do chores, even if they're not done very well at first, is teaching them a good work ethic. It also gives them an important role in the family. Letting them know they're needed builds self-confidence. For Focus on the Family, I'm Dr. Bill Meyer.
For more valuable information on life's issues, relationships, and family, visit our website, kdkz18.com. Click on Focus on the Family under the Lifestyles tab. Have you ever gotten a coupon in the mail for a big discount on an oil change? Money expert Stacy Johnson tells us what to watch out for so you don't get taken for a ride.
Changing your car's oil is critical to keeping it on the road and out of the shop. So when you get coupons for cheap oil changes in the mail, it's tempting to bite. But you got to be careful because you might end up with a bill bigger than you expected.
I went into an oil change for $0 and it ended up costing me $269. So this is the oil pan that was taken out of my car and this is the plug at the end.
Linda got a free birthday oil change coupon from her dealer, then was told she needed a new oil pan and drain plug. She went for it, but did the smart thing. Asked for her old parts back and got a second opinion.
Well, she showed me the parts that they removed from her vehicle, and it was obvious there was nothing wrong with them.
Oil change upsells are nothing new to fourth-generation mechanic Pam Oakes. Her recommendation if it happens to you?
Especially if they're in a shop that they are very unfamiliar with, always get a second opinion with your regular shop.
Bottom line, when you get a coupon in the mail for a cheap oil change, understand it for what it is, an attempt to get business. And some of that business may be unnecessary maintenance. So just be careful. Want more information on how to care for your car? It's waiting for you right here at moneytalksnews.com. Just do a search for cars. For Money Talks News, I'm Stacy Johnson.
And as Stacy said, he's got more information and links at his website. To get there, just go to our website, kdkz18.com, and click on the Money Talks link under the Lifestyles tab.
And coming up in sports, the Clearwater Tigers travel to Ellington to take on the Whippets. Chris Carpenter takes another step on the road to recovery, and Mizzou owns the third longest winning streak in college football.
Attention, Accutane warning. If you have Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or inflammatory bowel disease, it may have been caused by the acne drug Accutane. Accutane victims have recently been awarded millions of dollars. Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim.
Call the Rely On Group now to be connected with an experienced attorney. There is absolutely no risk on your part. You don't owe us a penny unless we are successful.
Call the Rely On Group at 800-698-3105.
If you have diabetes and you're on Medicare, call now to get the new talking meter. These new meters are more accurate, they're easier to use, and the best news is you don't have to prick your fingers anymore. Arriva makes it simple. They bill Medicare directly. There are no upfront costs, and they deliver your supplies right to your door for free.
For more information, call 1-800-587-7095.
This is Sports Zone, only on 18 Eyewitness News.
The Clearwater Tigers returned to the Diamond Tuesday afternoon, traveling to Ellington to take on the Whippets. The Tigers used a solo home run by Mason Martin and a two-run home run by Hayden Clark en route to a 17-5 win in 5 innings to improve to 3-0 on the fall season. The Tigers are back on the road Thursday afternoon when they travel to West County. You can hear that game live on our sister station, Kickin' Country 105, 104.9 FM at 4 p.m. More than a dozen Cardinals and several front office staff watched Chris Carpenter take another step on the road to recovery. Carpenter's journey toward a late season return to the rotation hit yet another checkpoint on Tuesday when he threw approximately 50 pitches during 3 simulated innings. Carpenter, who is recovering from July thoracic outlet surgery, earned glowing reviews of the session afterwards. Manager Mike Matheny told reporters the ball was jumping out of his hand. Carpenter will throw a bullpen session on Friday and then have another simulated outing in San Diego on Monday. He'll likely stretch his arm out to about 60 or 65 pitches in that effort. Mizzou's 62-10 thrashing of southeastern Louisiana last Saturday extended the Tigers' active win streak to 5 games. That might not seem like an eye-popping number, but it's actually among the top in the nation. The current 5-game streak ranks a 3rd best nationally. TCU is on top with an 8-game winning streak, with Baylor right behind with 7 wins in a row. And for the record, Mizzou isn't the only team with 5 wins in a row. Alabama, USC, Southern Carolina, West Virginia, BYU, and Temple also have a winning streak of 5. And that's the day in sports. Fred and Dustin, back to you.
Dustin Kopp, it really got warm out there today, but it didn't seem like it was too bad. But I heard tell of a heat advisory earlier.
We did have a heat advisory for most of the day, and that lasts through about 7 p.m. tonight. And we're going to cool down just a little bit for tomorrow. We'll see a temperature around 90 degrees. Let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. We saw some showers and thunderstorms today in some areas, but tomorrow we should be pretty clear. Partly sunny skies, 90 degrees, much cooler on Friday with temperature around 80. Thunderstorms in the forecast. Then we're talking about some cool air compared to what we've seen Saturday and Sunday. Temperature around 72, 73 degrees. Possibility of some AM showers, but we're going to see partly sunny skies later on in the day. Mostly sunny on Sunday. And then we're back into the 80s for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Not bad, though, but we're going to see plenty of sunshine.
Fall of the year is definitely right around the corner.
It is.
You can tell. I can feel it coming. Folks, thanks for watching. We'll see you tonight at 10 o'clock with more. Until then, have a blessed evening, and God bless everyone.
The news doesn't stop here. Just go to KDKZ18.com for your latest news, weather, and sports 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Newswatch is next. We'll see you tonight at 10.
Do you see news happening in your neighborhood?